It's a DACcast. It's a DACcast. It's a DACcast. DACCCAST. Cause I said it's a DACcast. It's a DACcast. It's a DACcast. DACcast. DACCCAST. DACCCAST.
You're listening to DACcast, produced by students of Danville Area Community College.
We are officially saying goodbye to DACcast today. We are filming this a little bit before our last episode because, surprise, we actually have 3 more episodes of Season 2 to answer that poll from our Instagram page a few weeks ago instead of the popular prediction of 2.
But we thought it would be fun to share some clips of our favorite moments from the season. Mm-hmm. So to finish off the season, roll some clips.
Oh well, time to go.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Here we go. All right.
We're also going to share a little bit about the behind the scenes of DACcast and talk about where we're headed next.
So let's talk a little bit about our experience here at DAC and on DACcast.
Yep.
So first tell us your major, and then you can ask me, and tell us your major and what you want to do and how your semester has been.
So my major is agricultural communications. So with that, during my time here at DAC, I have been now working 2 jobs. So I do DACcast, and I also work at WITY Radio across town, which you know. But I am an on-air noon farm show host. So everything that I talk about is related to the agriculture industry. And kind of with that, I definitely want to transition into doing more on-air things and possibly even dabbling in some TV and advertising and marketing stuff. So hopefully working for a big agricultural company in the future. I'm graduating. We're graduating.
Going to Purdue.
I'm going to Purdue. But yeah, so my major at Purdue will also be agricultural communications and hoping to get a minor in marketing as well. So my last semester here has been extremely hectic. I've taken a big course load this semester, so I've had a lot going on, but it's been very rewarding and challenging at the same time. So Landon, what's your major? What do you want to do? And how has your last semester been?
My major is in just communications. And it's been fun. It's been great. I haven't had that much of a workload this semester because I finished a lot when I was in high school. But I want to move on and still work in communications, hopefully in TV production. I want to continue pursuing my music career, which is not a career, but I hope to make it a career.
Yeah.
And I want to, I just hope to stay in, the spotlight, if you will.
Yeah.
And, work with great people and make great music and great art.
So kind of with that, what are your next steps after graduation at DAC?
Well, I hope that I can get my foot in the door at the local TV station, if anything, and then, I don't know, just wherever my path leads. How about you?
Mine's a little different from yours. So I will be transferring to Purdue University in the fall. I am moving out of my childhood home for the first time, so I'll be living in an apartment. I was listening to the Fun on Weekdays with Jenna Palek podcast on my way here today, and she was talking about kind of moving out and how that's kind of shaped her and everything. So I was listening to Apartment Do's and Don'ts with Jenna Palek this morning. But yeah, so my next steps are continuing my education to pursue a bachelor's degree in agricultural communications at Purdue. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. The next phase of my life is going to look a lot different than it does right now.
I may transfer and to finish, my bachelor's if I decide next year, but not this coming fall, but maybe next year. And I'm going to continue working at the radio station that I work at now, Newhoff Media, D102.
Yep.
And I just got hired at Starbucks, so I'll be working as a barista there,
I
too.
definitely need to stop by
Since
Starbucks.
we'll be, losing this job, I thought...
I know. Yeah, might as well.
Might as well make some more money. But yeah, so that's just kind of letting things fall into place, I guess.
Yep. What has been your favorite part about being a DACcast host?
Just meeting everyone on campus. I wouldn't have ever met any of those people that we talked to if we wouldn't have had DACcast, because unless you're my teacher, I don't really see you, or a mentor or a advisor. But yeah, it's getting to make connections, and now we know a whole bunch more people and they know us. And
I think it's definitely made our time just as a whole here at DAC a lot better. I also think that it's built up our interview skills as well.
Not me. I still say more than anything in the world.
We get to edit things
Yeah.
and we get to make really cool promos and commercials and stuff like that. And yeah, it's been fun to do it with you because we've become pretty close friends. So it's been fun. I've enjoyed it.
We'll have to make sure to continue that friendship.
Yes,
after
exactly,
this.
exactly.
What are some outstanding experience or memories that you've made during your time here?
So at DAC as a whole, my first year here was during COVID. So I'm a sophomore now, graduating, but I don't know, looking back at my first semester here, I was very, very focused on going to class and then going home. Mm-hmm. And now I feel like this semester especially, I've spent a lot more time here in the basement of Clock Tower with you. I've also spent a lot of time with reconnecting with people from high school, and we're all kind of heading our separate ways after this, but it's been really fun to remake those connections and kind of establish my footing here, especially the last semester that I've been here.
I think my favorite experience has been DATcast.
Oh, for
of
sure.
Course.
For sure.
But memories, I think I really loved, I don't like sports, you know that, but I really loved our week at the NJCAA tournament. That was so fun getting to interview people. We didn't even know their names, you know?
I know,
and we
but
just
it was really fun.
still interviewed them, and we got to do that, and we got to just spend the week there and see the community that comes out for this kind of tournament here at DAC. And I think DAC is a big deal that people don't understand. This is an actual college environment if you let it be one.
Exactly. And I think that kind of answers the question. We have a list of questions, but we're kind of going all over the place. But is the tournament episode your favorite episode that you think we've done? Absolutely. You got to edit that one.
Yeah. Or I thought the cooking show was pretty fun too. I like the specials.
Yes. When we went on the road, I think those were really fun, being able to do that.
The cooking episode took what, a whole 3 months to edit?
It was so long, but it was so fun to do because I was actually thinking about the episode on the way over here because I had the questions in my head of what I needed to write out this morning, and I was just craving chicken tenders.
Yeah, we didn't even use prompts for that episode or questions. We just kind of did it.
Just kind of did it.
But it was on little cameras, so that's why it took so long to edit. It's because we had to piece all the things together in the audio. It was crazy.
Why did you decide to go to DAC to start your college experience?
I think because in high school I was already taking DAC classes and I had a year done. Yeah. And I knew that if I came here, I would only have a year left to get my associate's degree. So I just wanted to continue that because, if I would have just transferred, I'd have a bunch of these credits all over the place at a big university. Some they wouldn't have even taken. But I think that's why, because I just wanted to finish out what I started.
Yeah. I think mine is a little bit different because of where I was in my life at the time I graduated high school. I was in the class of 2020, so my life looked pretty drastically different than it does right now. And I think I needed to stay home for those first 2 years because I was not at the maturity level to be able to go away to college yet. And I also am a presidential scholar, so I was very fortunate enough to have that scholarship, and it was an offer that I couldn't refuse, especially wanting to go to Purdue and wanting to go to an out-of-state school. So it was something that definitely has shaped me, and I'm thankful for and glad I did. So,
what has been your favorite part about working with me as a host?
You literally make me laugh all day, every day. There's never a dull moment. Editing with you is hilarious because we sit there on the computer.
Because we both don't have a clue.
And we're helping each other. We don't edit by ourselves, hardly ever. He did edit the tournament. He did edit that by himself, but we edit together all the time. And we like to make fun of each other also because we sit there and we're, looking at things that we did or things that we said. And, when you're doing an interview, sometimes you don't necessarily remember the little moments. And it's hilarious. I think my favorite promo thing that I did was the Landon's Best Moments. It's on Instagram.
I didn't approve that. I just saw it on Instagram one day.
I loved doing it. It was so funny.
Wait, are we ready to go?
Hey, welcome back to DATcast. I'm Erin Anderson.
And I'm Landon Frazier. We are here today with an all-star Jaguar and presidential scholar, Autumn Lang. We are so excited to have you on the show today and give people the opportunity to get to know a little bit more about you and about what a DAC all-star is.
So you also mentioned that you are a presidential scholar, which I am as well here at DAC.
I am not. So I'm over here with my Mervis scholarship. Thank you, Mervis. I appreciate it.
Right, exactly.
We're over here like
We
hustling through
don't
our math
like
class.
math. Yeah.
Right.
So I'll be graduating from here in May.
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
if I can pass my statistics class.
Just all of us trying to talk.
I saw his face in the reflection.
Sorry.
It was just a lot. But we're not here to talk about. My
love
favorite
it.
part about working with you, I think, is that I think is one, that we've made a friendship out of this, and two, but I think working with you, you've taught me, because you do on-air interviews for your radio station and stuff, you've taught me how to be better on public speaking, and how to, you've taught me how to, just enhance, like not saying things that you've learned at the radio station, because at the radio station I work at, I never talk, I just do the soundboard.
Yeah.
So I think you've enhanced my skills on this kind of stuff, but also the fact that we have this relationship where we just,
Like, I text you whenever, and you're like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
We're, like, sending each other TikToks.
Every
He sends
day.
me the funniest TikToks, you guys. I swear. It's hilarious.
But yeah, editing and stuff, that's been fun.
What are some of your hobbies?
I sing and do musical theater and perform. I just recently performed this past weekend with the Danville Symphony Orchestra in a little ensemble where we sang and danced. But that's mostly it. I used to do art in high school. I mean, I probably still could if I want. I just haven't had time. But that kind of stuff. Watching TV. I've watched every show you've ever heard of. So if you have watched a show, I've probably watched it too.
Yeah.
I always watch movies. I love going to the movies. And yeah. What about you?
Well, my time is mostly spent with school. Work.
That's not a hobby.
I know, but it's like school, work, and then... So I guess, like, my main hobby now is community involvement and community service.
Okay.
Only because... So, like, you obviously know that I'm a county fair queen, so it's super weird to say, but... being involved within pageantry and being the Miss Iroquois County Fair Queen for the past year, which I'm also about to give up, which is like a piece of my childhood that's just, it's
And
just
what,
so sad.
June, August?
And in July.
So
July,
the only
yeah.
month in the summer I did not mention.
Yes.
Is it June or August?
Yes. So in the middle of July, I will be giving up my crown and I will no longer be a current local title holder. But yeah, so a lot of my time is spent with that. I have developed some pretty intense relationships within that. Intense. I don't know why.
You're violent.
I've developed some pretty cool relationships within that. Two of my best friends, one of them is going to Purdue with me in the fall, so I get to be with her all the time. My neighboring county, Miss Ford County, and I are very, very close right now. I'm really thankful for that and just everything that's come out of that. So that's kind of like my main hobby. But other than that, I also like to just kind of relax whenever I can. Swimming.
Oh, yeah. I didn't say that because it's like cold now, but yeah,
but
swimming.
It's going to be warm next week, so
Yeah.
it'll be all good. Yeah, swimming, traveling. I love, love, love traveling when I can. Yeah, it's kind of my hobbies. So.
Now we have a special edition of
Special
DAC
edition.
Attack. For us,
College
it's college
edition.
edition, and
Okay,
it's
so
going to be
this-
longer. You guys might
yes,
get a little bored,
yes,
but
I'm making him explain all of the answers to every question because they're a little bit of a longer question, would you rathers? But yes, we're going to explain our answers.
I'll ask you first.
Okay.
Would you rather have an 8 a.m. class every day or an 8 p.m. class every day?
Okay, so I'm going to say an 8 a.m. class every day because I get so tired during the day. I have a lab that gets over at like 5 o'clock p.m. and I'm like exhausted by then. So I don't think I'd be able to do an 8 p.m. class. And I have been going to the gym every day at 7 a.m. this week. You should be proud of me. Oh,
I
yeah.
am.
Also, for my hobbies, I love to weightlift. I absolutely love it. I love exercise. Okay.
I would rather have an 8 a.m. class too because I feel like school shouldn't be in the evening. We got to get
I
out at like
agree.
2 or 3 p.m. and then
Yes.
go home and then have time to. But I couldn't do that because then I go to bed at like 9 o'clock.
Right?
So,
Right. Yeah.
No, 8 a.m. for sure. And then you have the rest of your day to be done.
Definitely. Would you rather have a job that you hated that made you rich or have a job that you loved that ensured that you would always be poor? That's a really hard question.
I feel like if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. But then
Yep.
you also, if you're poor, you should have said like middle class or something.
Yeah, okay. Middle class. So not
I think
like
that
super
would be
poor,
fine. If
but-
I was able to sing and perform and still make enough money to live, I would do that.
Yeah.
But if I could not, then I guess a job that I hated and made me rich. But I think the second option.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, like, with what I do now, I'm very thankful that I've had the opportunities that I have this far. Being a 20-year-old female in a male-dominated industry, like, I
Especially
would want...
communications, you're going to deal with that your
in
whole life.
agriculture in general, it's a very male-dominated industry. So being able to have a job that I loved would be most important, I think.
Sorry, audio.
Keith over there in the window just waving at us. Did you ask that? I asked that question.
No.
You can.
Yeah, so now you ask this.
Okay. Would you rather never be able to eat desserts again or never be able to sleep again? Sleep in again.
I would rather never eat desserts again because I don't eat desserts unless we're at holidays or something. I mean, it's not because I don't want to. It's just I don't like have a birthday cake sitting around all the time. So unless we're at a holiday or whatever, I would rather just not be able to eat desserts again.
I have the biggest sweet tooth.
Yeah.
I don't think I could give that up. I literally have dessert at least 4 times a week. Like, I swear, after every meal. Like, I have to have something sweet. Even if it's little, like a tiny chocolate, like, I have to have it. It's terrible. Okay. Would you rather never have a smartphone again or never have a laptop again?
Never have a laptop again.
I think that's the easiest question on here. Like,
because I
no
can do
doubt.
everything on my phone that I do
Yeah.
on my laptop.
Exactly. Okay. Would you rather
Yeah, I should ask.
You're gonna hate this
Hold on,
question.
I should ask because you've asked the last two. Would you rather have tickets to every school football game or every school basketball game?
Okay, so we're gonna go off of Purdue sports. I've never been to a Purdue basketball game, but I have been to a Purdue football game. And honestly, I think I would want to have tickets to every football game.
I would want to have tickets to every basketball game because they're shorter.
Yeah. Less pain. No, but football games, like, I love the vibe of fall football
Well,
games.
me too. I
Yeah.
like I don't like watching it, but I like Friday night football games. The vibes are
The
immaculate.
vibes are immaculate.
But
yes.
I think basketball game because it's shorter and
Less
because I feel more people. I don't know. Yeah, that's the reason.
Okay. You want to ask the next one too?
Would you rather be able to eat anywhere for free or be able to get any clothes from any store for free?
That is a really hard one because I love clothes and I love to eat.
Yeah, me too.
Honestly, I think I would probably want to eat anywhere for free just because food's expensive.
Yeah, me too.
And you don't have to buy clothes like every day, but you have
Me
to
too.
have food to survive.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because I only buy clothes on occasion and I buy food every day. So,
Yeah.
would you rather have the worst professor of all time once or just an okay professor forever? The worst professor all time once for me.
Why?
Because
just-
if you had an okay professor every single class, then you'd just be, it'd be terrible. You want to have one terrible professor, you just deal with it, and then you have the best ones forever.
That is such a valid point. Agreed. That is my consensus. Would you rather not be able to taste or not be able to see colors? That's so hard.
Not be able to see colors, but not be able to see colors. Because if you can't taste anything, then you won't ever want to eat, and then you'll
That's true.
yeah. If you
That's a
can't
really
see
valid
colors,
point.
which aren't all men colorblind?
My dad is colorblind.
Isn't that how it works though?
Are you colorblind?
No,
I was
but-
gonna say.
But I
What
thought
in
it's
the world?
only men that are colorblind.
No, I feel like there's girls that are colorblind. too.
No. Okay.
This episode.
Why
is
doesn't
gonna be
Keith
so
just come
funny,
sit out
right?
here and tell us what we're saying wrong? Okay.
Would you rather have? Okay, this is an easy question for you. But would you rather have to sing everything you say, but say as much as you want, or talk normally but only be allowed 100 words a day?
Sing everything I say.
Yep.
Because if I can only say 100 words a day, literally that's like one sentence. So
Yeah. Because we both talk.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Constantly.
Okay. Would you rather only know the bad parts of your future or not know your future at all?
Not know your future at all. Because if you only know the bad parts, then you'll just only prepare for the bad parts, and you wouldn't have any other time to think about anything else.
Yeah, I think that's a great.
Which I don't know my future. You don't know your future,
No.
so that we already.
And honestly, I am a firm believer that like everything in my life happens for a reason. So every, part of your future, good or bad, like I feel like I would just not want to know it because like I want things to play out the way they're supposed to.
Yep.
It's a great way to segue into saying our goodbyes. Thank you guys for listening to us all season. It has been so much fun doing this with Landon. I think that I can speak for both of us when we say that we've enjoyed it greatly, and we hope that you guys continue to listen.
Yeah, we're not sure when it'll be back, but it will be back in the future.
Yep.
And it's been a great experience. It's helped me learn skills and that I wouldn't have known before.
Yeah.
It's helped me with my communication skills, like I said, meeting, making connections, networking, everying.
Yeah.
Thank you, Laura Henskin and Keith Miller, for giving me this opportunity. And yeah, I'd be sad to say goodbye, but I know that it will continue on, and they'll hang our picture on the wall.
Yes,
and
our
it'll be
amazing
fine.
headshots will live here in the Clock Tower basement, and you can always listen back to every episode that we did, which is nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So for one last time, stay classy, Jaguars.